Apple is preparing to enter a brand new hardware category that could fundamentally redefine how we interact with technology on a daily basis, and that product is the long-rumored Apple glasses. While smart eyewear has been teased and prototyped across the tech landscape for over a decade, recent developments across the industry, including surprise previews from rivals like Samsung and Google, along with the rising dominance of AI-first wearables like the Meta Ray-Bans, have placed immense pressure on Cupertino to reveal its own vision for smart glasses. The latest insider reports from reliable supply chain analysts like Ming-Chi Kuo and tech journalists like Mark Gurman indicate that while Apple originally aimed for a late 2026 launch, the official unveil is now overwhelmingly expected to happen at WWDC 2027. This decision aligns perfectly with Apple's historical precedent of introducing entirely new product categories at its Worldwide Developers Conference, giving developers ample time to build tailored software experiences before the physical devices ship to consumers later that year. To fully understand what Apple is building, it is critical to distinguish between the first-generation release and the more ambitious long-term objective. Apple is adopting a two-tier generational strategy for its smart eyewear, starting with a lightweight, screenless audio and visual model before transitioning to a full augmented reality display in subsequent years. The first-generation Apple glasses will not feature heads-up displays, holographic projections, or complex optical waveguides built into the lenses. Instead, they will consist of high-quality optical glass or prescription lenses housed within a sleek, lightweight frame equipped with high-resolution camera sensors, multidirectional spatial audio speakers, noise-canceling beamforming microphones, and an onboard processor dedicated to edge computing and sensor fusion. This approach mirrors the massive commercial success of the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses, proving that consumers prioritize comfort, battery life, style, and instant utility over heavy, power-hungry display systems that cause facial fatigue and thermal throttling. By omitting an integrated display in the first iteration, Apple solves the three biggest hurdles that have plagued the smart eyewear industry: weight, thermal management, and battery drain. Rather than trying to cram micro-LED panels, battery cells, and active cooling fans into a frame that sits on your nose, Apple is positioning these initial glasses as an invisible companion device that relies entirely on audio feedback, voice input, and visual recognition. You will be able to speak to an upgraded, AI-driven Siri, ask questions about your physical surroundings, record high-definition video clips, snap photos, capture spatial audio, and receive subtle audio cues without ever looking down at a screen. The glass itself remains completely transparent, giving the user a completely natural field of view that looks indistinguishable from standard fashion eyewear to anyone standing nearby. The computational backbone of the first-generation Apple glasses will depend heavily on a tethered connection to a host iPhone, operating in a manner very similar to how the original Apple Watch functioned alongside the iPhone 5S and 6 series. Rather than packing heavy processing units and massive batteries directly into the temples of the frame, the glasses will stream raw sensor data, including visual feeds and audio input, directly to the user's iPhone via high-bandwidth Wi-Fi and low-latency Bluetooth protocols. The iPhone will handle all the heavy algorithmic computation, machine learning tasks, and cloud communication, sending processed audio responses and tactile haptic signals back to the glasses instantaneously. This architecture ensures that the glasses remain ultra-lightweight, cool to the touch, and capable of lasting through an entire day of normal usage without requiring midday recharges. Because these glasses will rely so heavily on the host device's processing power and local AI capabilities, Apple is strategically timing their release to coincide with a mature ecosystem of advanced hardware. The computational demands of processing real-time video feeds, multimodal artificial intelligence model queries, and spatial audio rendering require the next-generation neural engines expected in upcoming flagship hardware, such as the iPhone 17 series, the iPhone 1.8 lineup, and Apple's long-rumored foldable iPhone Ultra. By waiting until 2027, Apple ensures that tens of millions of users will already own iPhones equipped with the necessary hardware acceleration, high-speed wireless chips, and Apple Intelligence framework required to drive the smart glasses smoothly without killing phone battery life or suffering from noticeable processing latency. From a feature set perspective, capturing high-quality photos and videos directly from a first-person point of view will be one of the primary selling points for the first-generation Apple glasses. Unlike competing devices that restrict users to square or vertical video captures designed primarily for social media stories, Apple is engineered to support versatile aspect ratios, allowing users to record high-definition 16:9 landscape videos alongside portrait reels and spatial video formats. This makes the glasses an incredibly powerful tool for content creators, families, and travelers who want to capture candid moments without pulling out a smartphone or holding up a camera. The integration of advanced image stabilization algorithms on the host iPhone will ensure that handheld or walking footage captured through the glasses remains buttery smooth and crisp. There is also strong speculation across supply chain leaks that Apple may integrate a miniature LiDAR sensor or a dedicated depth mapping module into the frame alongside the primary camera sensors. Adding depth perception to smart glasses elevates their functional capabilities far beyond simple photo and video capture. A spatial depth sensor allows the glasses to accurately measure distance, map physical environments in 3 dimensions, calculate real-time spatial dimensions of objects, and assist with complex spatial audio positioning. This depth data will also prove invaluable for indoor navigation, accessibility features for visually impaired users, and feeding high-accuracy environmental telemetry into Apple's computer vision algorithms to better understand the user's immediate context. Audio playback and voice communication will form the core interaction layer of the screenless Apple glasses. Outfitted with custom-designed open-ear speakers embedded into the arms of the frame, the glasses will direct sound waves straight into the wearer's ear canals while minimizing audio bleed to surrounding people. Users will be able to stream music from Apple Music or third-party platforms like Spotify, listen to podcasts, watch videos on nearby devices while receiving private audio, and make crystal-clear hands-free phone calls. The onboard beamforming microphone array will isolate the wearer's voice from ambient background noise, wind, and city sounds, ensuring that voice commands given to Siri or phone calls made in busy environments remain crisp and clear. Navigation will be completely reimagined through a hands-free, audio-guided experience that eliminates the need to look down at a phone screen while walking or biking through unfamiliar streets. By leveraging real-time location data from the paired iPhone, motion sensors in the glasses, and camera-based landmark verification, the system will deliver precise turn-by-turn spoken instructions directly through the frame's speakers. Rather than listening to generic GPS commands, users could receive context-aware audio directions such as taking a turn right after a specific shop or crossing the street past a recognizable monument. This spatial audio navigation creates a natural sense of direction, guiding wearers seamlessly through complex urban environments or outdoor trails. Real-time language translation will be another killer application integrated directly into the Apple Glasses hardware. Drawing inspiration from the live translation capabilities introduced across the AirPods lineup and Apple Intelligence, the glasses will act as a real-time universal interpreter during face-to-face conversations. When someone speaks to you in a foreign language, the microphones on the frame capture the speech, send it to the host iPhone for immediate processing through localized neural models, and play translated audio in your ear almost instantaneously. Furthermore, the external cameras can analyze printed text such as foreign street signs, transit maps, or restaurant menus and read translated summaries aloud upon request, breaking down linguistic barriers for international travelers and professionals. Seamless cross-device interoperability. Tie between Apple Glasses and AirPods Pro will unlock even richer collaborative experiences. If 2 people are having a conversation where one person is wearing Apple Glasses and the other is wearing AirPods Pro, both devices can link dynamically through the Apple ecosystem to share real-time translation feeds, spatial audio streams, or interactive media sessions. The glasses can leverage the high-fidelity noise cancellation and audio isolation of the AirPods Pro while utilizing the camera sensors and visual processing of the glasses, creating an interconnected web of wearable technology that enhances communication without requiring either participant to hold a physical device. Visual intelligence powered by an upgraded, conversational version of Siri will serve as the primary interface for exploring the physical world. By simply glancing at an object and asking a question, wearers can engage in natural, multi-turn conversations about what they are looking at. If you are walking through a botanical garden and spot an unfamiliar plant, you can ask what species it is, and the glasses will snap a frame, process the visual characteristics, and deliver detailed information about care instructions and native habitats. If you are standing outside a restaurant, you can ask for its ratings, opening hours, or popular menu items, and Siri will provide instant verbal summaries backed up by detailed cards saved automatically to your iPhone for later review. Integration with Apple's Find My network will bring an unprecedented level of utility to locating lost items and personal possessions. By asking the glasses to find a tagged item, such as your AirPods, key ring, or backpack, the glasses can actively scan your surroundings using computer vision and ultra-wideband technology, guiding you directly to the lost object through spatial audio cues and directional prompts. As you move closer to the misplaced item, the directional audio feedback in your ears will increase in intensity, effectively creating an auditory hot and cold radar that leads you straight to your belongings even if they are buried under cushions or hidden out of direct line of sight. Looking further down the road, the second-generation Apple glasses will introduce the long-awaited augmented reality display technology that tech enthusiasts have envisioned for years. This second-generation model will feature custom microLED or optical waveguide displays embedded directly within the glass lenses, projecting high-resolution heads-up graphic overlays directly onto the wearer's field of view. Users will be able to participate in hands-free FaceTime video calls where digital avatars or incoming video streams float naturally in mid-air, view full graphical turn-by-turn navigation arrows overlaid onto physical streets, read incoming text messages, interact with floating widgets, and view immersive AR digital content without disconnecting from the real world. The pricing strategy for the first-generation screenless Apple glasses is expected to be remarkably aggressive, aimed at mass-market adoption rather than niche enterprise users. Industry analysts indicate that the entry-level price point will likely sit between $400 and $600, positioning the glasses competitively against high-end smart audio frames, premium fashion sunglasses, and competing products like the Meta Ray-Bans. Keeping the price in this tier is made possible by offloading the expensive display panels, heavy processing silicon, and large battery packs to the iPhone. When the second-generation AR-equipped glasses eventually launch a year or two later, the added complexity of optical waveguides and internal displays will push their price point significantly higher, likely landing in the $800 to $1,000 range. Announcing the first-generation Apple glasses at WWDC 2027 fits perfectly within Apple's established historical pattern for pioneering brand-new hardware categories. Major paradigm shifts, including the original iPhone, the original MacBook, the Apple Watch, and most recently the Apple Vision Pro, were all unveiled at developer conferences months before their official retail release. Presenting the glasses at WWDC gives Apple the platform to introduce new software development kits, explain developer APIs for visual intelligence and spatial audio, and encourage the global developer community to build innovative audio apps, context-aware tools, and ecosystem extensions long before the physical hardware hits store shelves late in the year. As rival tech giants like Samsung, Google, and Meta continue to push their own wearable hardware into the market throughout 2026, Apple's deliberate, patient approach focuses on polishing the user experience, refining visual intelligence models, and perfecting ecosystem integration. By combining lightweight design, seamless iPhone connectivity, advanced camera optics, multimodal Siri interactions, spatial audio, and real-time visual intelligence into a stylish pair of everyday glasses, Apple is preparing to set the benchmark for the post-smartphone wearable era. With WWDC 2027 shaping up to be the launchpad for this transformative product, the transition toward ambient, friction-free personal computing is officially right around the corner.